So my son's gone to work, so I'm just having my coffee. I love this mug. This was a gift from my son and daughter-in-law. Last night we just put the sleeping bag down, a quilt and a couple of blankets, chilled out on the floor and watched TV. I will say I do not sleep down here now. I am in my bed. So this video is going to be one of those videos that's a bit of this and that. These seem to be quite popular anyway, where I piece pieces together. I just bought out these glass vases. I very often have them if I have fresh flowers, which I did. Other times I fill them out with decor, depending on the season. One of them I got from the charity shop. One I actually got from TK Maxx. I think I've got a feeling that this one is the large, sort of the wider one. It's the one that I got from TK Maxx years ago. I think this is the one that I got from the charity shop. Sometimes I do this. I am watching a bit of YouTube. I don't normally do this, but I have got my second cup of coffee here. I don't normally have to straight off like that, but I have. You might see some difference in my voice because some are like, the first part is like a voiceover, other parts I will speak, some parts will have music. I've got a few little changes I want to do around our home, a little bit of sorting out, but I keep losing my balance a little bit because I did have an injection in my left eye. Again, this is the 7th one I had, so sometimes, it takes me a little while to get over it. I did not video yesterday because it was Monday, but I did actually first thing this morning upload the video of Holywell Steam and Heavy Horse Show of 2023. Not sure if people are going to be interested in that, but it is also memories for myself and Daniel, on the pretense that I thought I wouldn't get any video done yesterday. So sometimes I get these pieces out and I just, like I'm doing, watching YouTube, and I will have a think about it, the back of my mind, what I want to do with them. I think I'm going to have one on, at least on my dining room table, because I moved that sort of artificial bamboo plant between the dining room and the kitchen, if you remember. So sometimes what I do is I also put, like I said, depending on the season, decorations in it, whether it's Christmas baubles, plastic Easter eggs, stones, candle, anything like that. And so, as I said, I've put these out to have a little think about it, and probably I will get one of my boxes out, maybe with my silk flowers in and things like that, and have a little play with it. I think what I might do is, like I have been doing, I've got some larger sort of stones, might put them in the bottom, and I've got a battery operated candle. I might leave it like that, I think, for the dining room table. And I have got some of that ribbon, the black and white checked one. I say gingham, but I believe it's what I've been corrected. It is gingham. So I do apologise, but it's just the way I think about sometimes. As I said, when my mind is racing or something, and I'm trying to do things, especially in one take, not keep stopping and starting. I do have those problems. This video might be, quite a chatty video again, but some of the things that I'm dealing with as well, in between sorting out, is the fact that I'm going back to my little saying is shop your home, changing pieces around, keeping costing down, and repurpose items. I have got a few projects also that I want to get done, but I'm not sure if I'm going to start them today. When we got back from Holywell on Sunday, because our son, or should I say my son Daniel, he actually had booked a long weekend off for next weekend. He booked Friday to Monday, So I thought, you know, we might go out for a day, and we need to go to the tip and the charity shop and that sort of thing. And next thing he turned around and he says, Mum, let's go away. And I umped and ahed, and next thing I know, he got up Norfolk and he said, would you be upset if we go to Case-on-Sea? Because he knows I've been a few times. And I said, well, no. He says, right. He says, I'm booking it. So it's treating me to a weekend away. So I've got a pack for that in the next couple of days as well. We're staying in a static at Haven in Caister-on-Sea, Norfolk. So I've got that to sort of organise over the next couple of days. So enough rapping on. As I said, it's going to be a this and that video. Hopefully you will enjoy it. So I've been up in my decor cupboard. I do have 3 of these boxes. This was a gift when I was working, because I've mentioned this before. This person knew that I liked storage. So in this one, I haven't got as many left of the sort of stones, because I've been using them in little mini projects. As I said, I did those little candle holders as I've used them. For succulents that are on the shelving now in my lounge, which I've lived with it now for a couple of days, so I'm really pleased how that turned out. Then in this other one, I have got these, a mixture of the lilac crystals and the hearts. So because they're glass, I might use them just to fill the bottom in, so that this candle, which is a battery operated one, might just put in there. Not sure if I'm going to have enough or whether to mix them up. I'm going to play with it and see. And I got this gingham ribbon. I think I got gingham. I said it again, didn't I? Gingham ribbon, quite a lot. And I think this came from Amazon, maybe about £4.95, I think. So I might do a little bit of ribbon around there. Not sure if I've got enough to fill this one in, because I got a lot of like wicker baubles and everything. I had thought about you know, decorating other things that are like circular with you know, twine things, and then whatever I do in this one might end up going in that one, so it might change even now. So there's a couple of ideas, but I'm going to try it in this one. Not sure if I've got enough to actually fill it out until I get round to doing the baubles, because I do have a few in my bedroom which I could take out. I might even do that, I'm not sure. Bit undecisive. It's one of those things that I'm going to play around with and see which I like better. I might actually take 3 baubles out of the little shelving in the bedroom and put those in there. I'll see how it goes. But that's as far as I've sort of got. So I'm still drinking my coffee, having a little think about it while I'm watching a bit of YouTube, and then I'll take all this up, fold it all up. As I said, for quite some time now, it's sort of been rolled up in the lounge, usually over there, just for the fact that, yeah, I know we've got a sofa and everything, but sometimes, you know, I've been dozing a little bit if I'm not been feeling too great, but I refuse to go to bed during the day, if that makes sense. I try not to sleep too much during the day, to try and get back into a routine to sleep through the night. I didn't have a bad night. I think I must have got about 5 hours sleep, maybe closer to 6. So not too bad. But then again, Daniel was saying last night that I kept dozing off. We was watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and although I was trying to I kept waking myself up, I think. But then again, I couldn't see very well out of my left eye, and sometimes putting strain on my other eye trying to watch something. I was listening to it more than anything, I think, rather than watching it. And I have seen, so far the season we're on at the moment, I've seen before anyway. So I know roughly what the storyline is. So watch this space again, and I'll come back to it and make a decision what I'm going to do. So out of my decor cupboard, I've pulled a few pieces out. Looking at it, most of it looks almost autumn like, but I will see. It's not necessary that I'm going to use all these pieces, but sometimes I do this. So every time I go down, I take a couple of pieces down or something and then have a think about it. Other times I bring other things up, so whatever I swap out comes out or comes back into the decor cupboard. That makes sense. I brought this picture out because I've had that actually on that shelving, so I might put it there because it's the same sort of frame. I got that from the charity shop, and I got a few succulents and everything. Like I might, sometimes you can just pull them out, which I think you might be able to with this one, because this is more of a pinky pot. Used to have it in my cubby along with this one, but obviously I'm limited with space, so I like to try and keep my desk only with pieces that I'm going to use. Some things I've swapped out for other pieces already, and I've got some more battery operated candles there. I've been through my candles, and I've also got, this was a gift from, I think it was last year actually, I'm sure it was, that I might put out as well, is this. And I think that's really nice. That looked nice on some wooden shelving, so I might even use that with the butterfly and the wood. So I do like wooden items as well as greenery and everything. So like I said, once it's laid out like this, I can see what I have a think about it. What I don't use can go straight back, so I tend to do it this way, so I haven't got far to go, if you know what I mean, or if I run out of time or I lose interest. But very often I like swapping pieces out and I fancy a change. So in the end, I didn't use the stones because I think I'm going to put those actually in the bottom of that lantern along with the owl, because I haven't got many left. But I used the crystals, and when I went upstairs to retrieve the wicker 3 balls that I had up there, I had some crystals in here so I could use them up. So that's what I've done here. I've put them in the smaller one in the end. I thought this is how it would go. And I've put some new batteries because I didn't think it was going to work, but it does. That flickering battery operated candle, and I've just put the bow on there. That might change, it depends where I put it. If it goes in the lounge or in the dining room, obviously even the lounge it can stay on, but I'm not 100% sure yet where I'm going to put that one, because I was mostly concentrating on this one. Like I said, I was going to put the candle there. It don't always work, but I will look out for some more of the wicker baubles, as I call them. Might make some of my own, I think, but I did find in what I call my seasonal box in my decor cupboards, because some items don't go up in the loft because they're either breakable, or for some reason I've bought them after the season, or they just didn't get put away. So what I did, I had a few actually like the twine pumpkins, but I don't think it hurts because I've used the little stalk bit to prop into the wicker baubles, so it holds it in place. So that's one of those pumpkins. And to tell you the truth, some of these items could actually run right into September as well. And so I've got all of them, and I've intertwined some battery operated lights, and I've actually been poking them through the wicker baubles as well, so that way you don't actually see the battery thing, so it's easy to switch on and off. That is very simple to take out, to switch off and on, because it's at the bottom. It's not a remote. I have got a few that are remote that I've got from B&M, but I'm really pleased how it turns out. And like I said, if I find anything else I can put in there as well. But the idea at the moment is to make it a not spend, shop my home, and use these pieces in different ways or in different spaces around my home. Okay, so I've replaced a few of the items on this shelving in my bedroom, I've raised the grey little heart tin. You can't really tell, but it's got one of those battery operated candles. Then I moved my frame over the other side. I didn't think this owl would fit in, but again it's got a lit battery operated candle, and then I've put one down here. Yes, unfortunately they don't really show up that much because of daylight, but it's zigzag, so I've got one there going across. It's like separating things, like that succulent in the grey pot is up there, and then down here, just to give a little bit of light. I have got lamps in our bedroom, or should I say my bedroom, but also I use these. These have been here about 2-3 years now, in this vase, and it gives off quite a lot of light, so it just puts that glow onto my bedroom. And I've kept the gonks along with this greenery here because I just like the setup. Sometimes I have setups and I just leave them. I might replace that heart, I'm not sure yet, but I've left that at the moment. But just those few little touches, as I said, it doesn't have to be drastic, just little changes does refresh a space. So I keep reviewing my book bookcase. Say I've got most of the books here, a few on the black bookcase in the other corner, mostly for decoration. I did get rid of hubby's large folder, or I've put it in my get rid of pile from when he was made redundant, or fair few years ago now, before he started Henderson's. I realised then that this cotton diffuser was empty, so then I put the tissue box there because it's handy to have tissues, and I just love that tissue box from Poundland. So I do like to keep my little sweet station there. Using canisters. These ones came from Poundland. This one was only £1. I did have another one, but it broke. It's actually a water bottle, but I like the gold top. I got that from Flying Tiger on sale, £1 a fair few years ago now. I did use the oil burner up here with the butterfly, just to bring in the wood, because I'm not sure whether I'm going to be painting at least the outside black. It's on my list of things to consider. Then I brought in my money box from the dining room, because they say things in threes, and then this candle Be Kind, because that's got like the wooden top. It took a little while to get this sort of how I liked it. Sometimes, you know, I persist at something until it's right. Sometimes you just have to walk away and go back to it, you know, a little bit of time later or another day. But I just wanted to persist with this. The books remain the same. I did move over this because, again, diagonally and with the gold, I haven't got anything in there, but I was hoping to find a bit of greenery or something just to bring greenery in. I actually thought I could, thinking about it when I was sitting down, is move this over because it's got the black in. I don't know if that will go in there or not, or whether it's too big. It won't actually go in the glass, but if I was to take, say, the glass bit out, see if that will go in, just to break it up. Let's see if that will go in now. I'm doing this on spec. There we are. Yeah, I think that will work for the time being. Yeah, I quite like that, actually. This is when I sit down on the floor on my sleeping bag, and then I think things through and leave it. It's like that black bookcase. I left that for a while because obviously it had been with the heart pieces from Valentine's Day up so long that obviously it was a bit of a change afterwards. Getting rid of that one folder made difference down the bottom. I just jiggle things around because I don't want to space out with books any further. I presume there is a couple more that I can get through, but as I'm hoping to start using the caravan again soon, it's something that I cannot face at the moment. Our son's got to check it all over because it's only been used once this season, but he's prepared to tow, so might go back to New Lodge Farm maybe next month. So I'm really happy with that, and I was going to leave it with 3 flowers, but I thought I had a 4th one, so I've left that in there. Just move that glass. That's the inner thing. So I'm really pleased again how that comes out. Like I said, sometimes it's just a matter of just tweaking things or moving things from space to space. Normally I used to always do this when I was cleaning, but I'm not allowed to dust for a couple of days because of my eye. Okay, it didn't look as though I'd done much with this. I just tweaked it a little bit. This is a card Anne made me from Chatty, or maybe about 2 years ago now, maybe. I don't know if it was that long, but it's always out. It was buckling a bit in the frame, so I've just adjusted it a little bit. It's one of those things I've put off. Still buckled a little bit, but if I was going to do anything, it might mean getting a knife and just taking a little bit of the inside of the mount out. I'll probably do that another time. I did change my mind with the picture. I have had a fair few years now that our granddaughter did, or should I say my granddaughter did. I just folded over where it said to Grandma again from our granddaughter, and just trimmed the side up, and it fits in that gold frame. And this is the one that has been up a couple of years actually in the kitchen, but when I wiped all the drawer fronts and the cupboard door, the cupboard drawer fronts and everything, I didn't want to put it away, and then when our granddaughter asks where a picture is, because she always points to it, I can show her that it's actually in my craft cubby, so she can still see the picture as she walks through our home. Okay, you saw me doing a little bit here. I just wanted to experiment. That runner I did actually make for this area. It was there at Christmas. I'm not sure if it was there at autumn time last year, but eventually I would like to clear, say, the top. That's why I tried the houses, but at the moment I've left them on the top there. I've made those 4 crates up. Some were a little easier to clip together than others, because one of my jobs is to sit down maybe in the evening or something, because there's a lot of accessories to the houses. And some of figures, the Svelin family figurines and everything. So I want to organise them in there, just to make it a little bit easier and everything. I do like this setup where I've got all our granddaughter's toys all in one area. So it's like jigsaws and like dominoes and things like that in there. I will put the accessories there. I've got 4 houses. That one's got all the doll stuff in, baby doll stuff in that one. That one's got vehicles and a lot of the accessories, which I want to sort in those crates. And then the books are over. Oops, jump south. The books are here. So I quite like it that it's all in one place now, and that seems to work fine. Then the little tweaks I've done in the dining room is I've added those 2 little jars that I did actually change the ribbons some time ago. Instead of the red, I've swapped it out to black, and they've got little sort of silver hearts on. I've just added a sort of messy bow to that wreath. I need to adjust that, but it gets to a stage you get fed up of fluffing things up, and it wasn't going right, so I've left it there. I need to get some thick ribbon because I made that out of just a scrap bit of material and some black ribbon. I've switched the little lights off, but I've put that vase there with the wicker balls on there, and I put my Lazy Susan back on the table. It's a bit, well, not funny, but I used to have all black unit, you know, the one that's in the lounge used to be there. I used to have a sideboard along there, all in black. I used to have a black suite when we first got married, but I do like the wood. And I don't think it goes too bad because I've tried to sort of bring black in as well as the wood. I've put that little love sign up there. This is one of my 3-tier trays. I got this from Homebase. I think it was like £15. I've had it a long time. Although the sort of the tiers are not flat like most of them done, I still like to use it. I've put those 2 wooden houses there, and I've got me little black owls. So anything that I find, I'll put in here. And that's obviously a project that I want to do, because you might see me, I had that over on that shelf over there. My maid cover doesn't fit my shark hoover because it's quite a bulky handle, so I've left it there. It's not very pretty, but it's there, and it's easy to access, if that makes sense. I haven't sorted through that because it was hubby's pieces. I did actually measure, and that unit, this one, does actually fit under that shelf. And sorry to make you giddy, it does fit under there, but I can't get everything that belongs to our granddaughter along there. I had thought about having the table and chairs out, but we don't tend to use it that often. We didn't even have Christmas dinner at the table because at the time I was backwards and forwards to the hospital with my mum and other family members. So very often I will sit here sometimes and have my breakfast and prop my phone up there and watch a bit of YouTube. But otherwise I think it's okay. I do have a lot of stuff on the floor. So I really need to do my video of things leaving our home, but I am loving again how this is sort of turning out. Mickey stays there again. It's one of those pieces our granddaughter knows Mickey's there. It's like Spyro. I've said this before. I've tried to remove Spyro off of the table where our TV is, our TV stand, and put it in the games room, but then a granddaughter's noticed, so it's always come back, so it stays there. So I've got a pile of stuff left and right on the floor, ready to be doing my what's leaving our home. So that will be coming up shortly. I'm done well. I've kept the kitchen pretty decluttered, so I'm really happy about that, and that's working out a lot better. Once you've cleared an area, it's easier to keep it tidy and less cluttered. Once clutter starts, which normally happens or has happened in the past with our table, sometimes the end of the breakfast bar as well over there, things start mounting up, and then it just increases. It seems clutter seems to gain clutter. It seems to spread. So I think once an area is decluttered, I'm trying to keep it that way if possible. So I think the last segment I want to do today is just to do a couple of little bits on my shelving on my stairs. So I've cleared the landing now. I've put the decor, the few pieces that I haven't used, I've put them away. I know I keep saying this, I'm pleased with what I got done. I brought a few little black bits. I'm going to see how I feel about them. I've got a little tray at the back there and that wooden sort of leaf, a candle, to bring in some black to go opposite this unit here, where I've brought your sort of wicker and that plant from the bathroom. Please let me know if you do make any changes around your home, even if it's just changing you know, your pieces from room to room to give your space, you know, a fresh look. It's always nice to hear how others change things around. That's if you do. As I said, especially if it's not spend, that's always a bonus. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.